Now that you're familiar with the interface of the Touch Designer, I'll demonstrate how it's used by showing you a typical Smile Design consult. The actual process does not take long and is extremely effective. Touch Designer opens with a default to Smile Design, the design patients always think they want, which is perfectly straight teeth. Often, as soon as they see it, most know that this is not actually what they mean. I start by pointing out to my patient what will be changing in designing their new smile. I point directly on the screen to the incisal embrasures and tell them these are square. I point to the cuspid and tell them that this is a flat shape. And I point out that the lateral incisors are the same length as the centrals and cuspids. To demonstrate how we'll proceed, I like to show the patient the effect of changing the length of the lateral incisors. I point on the screen to where the change will be occurring, and then I alter the lengths of the laterals by tapping the Smile Line character buttons. Notice I tap the buttons 1 through 4 and then back again to show the effect. Notice also that the change to the lateral incisors does not affect any of the tooth shapes, but it does have a tremendous effect on the look of the smile. Once I demonstrate this, I usually get spontaneous input from the patient. Can you change this? Can you change that? What would it look like if you did this? I do what they ask. Suppose the patient says they like the lateral incisors short. I will now more slowly go through the 4 variations, asking them which they like best. In this case, my patient likes the shortest length, Smile Line character 4. With that change made, my patient forms more opinions and asks to see a different shape for the lateral incisors. By merely pointing to the area on the screen, not needing to know the meaning of the word distal, she asks to see how the distal of the lateral incisor would look if it were more rounded. How much more round she wasn't really sure. I look for the lateral incisor shape button that designates the mesial remaining square with the distal changing to curved, so I find the SC button in the lateral incisor row of buttons. While drawing the patient's attention to the lateral incisors, I tap this button to show the effect. My patient then asks to see it even more round, so I tap the SR button. Notice that the mesial of the lateral incisor remains unchanged and the distal changes to round. The cuspid shape and the shape of the central incisors have remained the same this entire time, as well as the relative length of the lateral incisors. She's really getting into it now and wants to see a change to the central incisor. She's not sure if she likes the mesial square, but definitely wants to see the distal more round. I show her the curved distal, SC, then round, SR, then curved mesial and curved distal, CC, curved mesial and round distal, CR. She decides on square mesial and round distal, SR. Now she is noticing other characteristics of the smile. This is great and confirms that she's making the smile her own. She notices that the cuspid looks too flat with the other characteristics she's chosen. I show her how a longer lateral would look, and advise that she might want to see a different shaped cuspid, say a pointed cuspid. Tapping the pointed and round cuspid button, I show the options. After putting her thoughts on the screen, my patient sees what she wants when the design appears with the pointed cuspids, SR centrals, SR laterals, and Smile Line character 3. In segment 4, we will conclude with some additional features of the Touch Designer and show you the features of the Smile Design RX.